Good morning, Guardians. The Hedgehog Gamer here, and it is entirely Buster's fault why I did not do Challenge for the Elders. Completely, unashamedly Buster's fault. She would not get her fuzzy behind out of bed this morning. She was sitting on top of me and would not move because it's cold. And when the cat won't get up because she doesn't even want to eat, you know it's definitely cold because she's nice and comfortable. So it's entirely Buster's fault. Anyway, this week for the weekly reset in Destiny 1, which, it'd be nice if the real world would reset like that sometimes. Anyway, you've got 4 Crucible combined arms, aka trucks and guns. Basically, you crush your enemies with hundreds of tons of plated hull and munitions file. All out team warfare with vehicles. Destroy the enemy. 6v6 with vehicles. I never really did this one very much. I don't know. I've just felt like the vehicles were too clunky. But that's just me. It's still kind of cool. I won't deny it. It's cool. So you get a Treasure of Ages box. My controller keeps doing that. I don't know why. And legendary marks. It seems to be doing it more in Destiny 1 today than, I don't know. And 10 legendary marks. Then you have the weekly story playlist. The weekly story playlist is Earth and Moon, as in all of the early missions in the game. So aside from the first mission, the first one in the game, the beginning mission, you never get to replay that one. It's stuff on Earth and the Moon. So, like when you go to find your ship, when you go back to get the ship and everything. Well, the engine for the ship. Anyway, you have heroic. So you're always going to have heroic. Enemies appear in greater numbers. Brawler, guardian melee damage is greatly increased, and grounded. Players take more damage while airborne. Now, personally, I wish they would bring mission playlists back to Destiny 2. I would be playing them. But then I like the fact that in Destiny 1, you don't even need the mission playlist. You can just go back and pick any mission you want to play. See, if I want to go back and play the Ishtar Collective one, here it is. I could do it. More than one difficulty. Wow. Gee, I really miss this part of Destiny. They took this out of Destiny 2. I'm annoyed. Anyway, that's just be led by Agergo. Anyway, so the weekly story playlist, though, is the best way to gain legendary marks. I've said this before. This is the best way to farm legendary marks. For up to 5 times, you get 20 marks per run. You get different missions. They're randomly picked. You may find yourself lucky and getting 35 legendary marks. Just don't do my mistake and forget that you are only allowed a maximum of 200 legendary marks. Because last week I did a story mission playlist and I was at 197. Once you reach 200, you can't add any more. That's important. Cool. Oh, how far am I on that? Anyway, so that's the heroic story, the weekly story playlist. You could get over 100 legendary marks and a Treasure of Ages box, which drops silver dust. This stuff here, which you can use to get ornaments and other stuff. Anyway, then you have the SIVA Crisis Heroic Strike playlist. I like the strikes in Destiny 1 far more than the strikes in Destiny 2. You have modifiers heroic, of course, more enemies. Solar burn, so solar damage from any source is greatly increased, so yours and theirs. Brawler, guardian melee damage is greatly increased, and chaff. Player radar is disabled, which isn't that bad. I would take chaff over stuff like exposure any day. So, SIVA Crisis Heroic, strikes, just random strikes. You could still, though, pick strikes from the map again. Thank you, Destiny 1. So that's the SIVA Crisis Heroic. For the weekly Nightfall strike, you have the Devil's Lair, which is not that one. This one here, which is the Fallen House of Devils the Fallen House of Devils in the Cosmodrome sustains its strength through a single servitor known as Sepix Prime. Find where this Keeper of Souls lies and destroy him. This is the first strike I managed to solo in under 30 minutes. Well, Nightfall. It was a Nightfall, and I managed to solo it in under 30 minutes, which, if you know the bounties, that's a good thing to do. It was this one. And then I think Destiny 2 came out, and I stopped trying. So the weekly Nightfall strike is Epic, which means just more enemies and they're more aggressive and they're angrier. So heroic times 2. Arc burn, arc damage from any source is greatly increased. Ironclad, of course, more enemies have shields. Grenade recharge is greatly increased, so catapult. And exposure. Guardian shields are increased but do not replenish. Why couldn't it have been chaff? Why is it exposure? I hate exposure. The best thing to deal with exposure, which I don't have it on me because I was going through my weapons in the vault, and is Red Death. Or Necrochasm for the arc burn, or Zalo Supercell for the arc burn. But I hate exposure. God, I hate exposure. That's by far my least favorite. Oh, I hate exposure. Yeah. Anyway, that's the weekly Nightfall Strike. And remember, this is Destiny 1, skeleton keys. You'll get a skeleton key. I think I have when you need them for everything. Strikes to open the chest at the end. So you can't just randomly open the chest like in Destiny 1, Destiny 2, you don't even open the chest. Someone opens it and everything just shoots in the air. So you don't even get that joy of opening the chest. You just run around and pick stuff up from the floor. Kind of don't like it as much. Like opening the chest, seeing the chest go, open and all the rewards come out. But no, it just, someone random, I never am the one who gets to open it. And someone opens it and then everything just goes flying in the air. It's like a Borderlands 3 thing, but this isn't Borderlands 3. This is Destiny 2. So that's the Vanguard Nightfall. Then we have Challenge of the Elders, which, like I said, it is entirely Buster's fault. Buster, where are you? I think she's sitting in the other room at the moment. Why? Because she would not get up. Try getting a cat up. Not easy. She's just lying there, spread out, not wanting to move. However, we have melee kill bonus, so remember, for the hunter, that does include your throwing knife, so that's great. I'll give it a go. Grounded, players take more damage while airborne, so don't jump. And small arms. Oh, primary weapon damage is favored. You know what? Maybe I will give this a go. Though tonight, if the tracking information is correct, I will be having an unboxing video. If the tracking is correct, we'll see. Melee kill bonus. Like I said, I've always pointed this out. Knife juggler. Precision kills with throwing knife immediately reset its cooldown. So if you keep getting precision kills with your throwing knife, which is melee as well as precision, so you get points for melee and precision using knife juggler. If you get precision kills repeatedly, you will continuously be able to throw your throwing knife, which is awesome. Just keep in mind, shanks do not count as precision kills. I know from experience, because I noticed it would not reset my cooldown. So shanks do not count as precision kills. That's it. Keep that in mind. But precision, this is great. So set knife juggler. If you're going to do it, probably going to give it a go. Melee kill bonus and small arms. Cool. That's Challenge of the Elders. Again, like I said, it is entirely the fuzzball's fault. I don't know why he keeps doing that. And then finally, the weekly featured raid, Golgoroth Challenge, Oryx Challenge, War Priest Challenge. That means it's King's Fall. Awesome. I did King's Fall once. We got all the way up to Oryx and then stopped. We did it on the lower difficulty. Let me see. And it was supposed to be a teaching run. It took hours. And finally, everybody, when we reached Oryx, was like, yeah, I've had enough. I didn't. I wanted to stick around. I wanted to beat Oryx. And then I wanted to do it again because I wanted to do it on the higher difficulty. But, never got to finish it. So when they say that, your guardian has killed Oryx, yeah, I haven't killed Oryx. The shame is real. Anyway, that's your weekly reset for Destiny 1. I hope to see you in the tower, or the Origin system, or the Halo rings, or Pandora, or who knows where else at the moment. If I manage to get up, because there's a certain fuzzball who does not like to get up in the morning. Or, yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and, all that.